I wonder, can you sell in writing? Are you able to persuade the reader of one of your emails to take the best course of action? Well, the honest answer here is that most colleagues in the legal industry, or generally in professional services, have never studied sales writing. So they're not really able to do that. What I have seen happen many, many times is that lawyers, when they try to persuade clients, they resort to informational writing. They end up writing far too much, far too legalistic, too many details, and it's not very clear even what the call to action is, what the client should do at the end of it. So let me share with you one relatively simple, but something that I find very, very useful concept, which is called an AIDA pitch. An AIDA pitch is how you would structure an email, or even theoretically an entire article, in order to persuade the reader to take a course of action. And AIDA stands for awareness, interest, desire, action. It's an acronym. And when you do an AIDA pitch, an AIDA email or an AIDA article, it has to be in these 4 stages. So let's imagine we take the example of an email. At the start of your email, you have a salutation. So you say, "Dear," and the recipient's name. After that, you're going to then have 4 different sentences: awareness, interest, desire, action. The first sentence, you make the reader aware of an issue. Perhaps you have a value proposition to propose, or there's been a change in the law. You make them aware. They're going to think, who cares? That's why in the second sentence, you're going to make them interested. You're going to spell it out for them. You tell them maybe the positive or the negative of this news that you're sharing with them. You answer the question, so what? Why should they care? Why is this of interest for them? Are there some risks or exposure that they could encounter? Are there some opportunities that are now available? So you answer that question in the second sentence. Then you go down to the third sentence, the desire sentence. The desire sentence is where you tell the client, you tell the reader that you have something to offer connected to this issue, which you've made them aware about and interested in. This is where you need to have a legal product or a legal solution, and you show the advantage or the benefit, the selling points of that product. Preferably, you do this in one single sentence. So that's your desire sentence. And then only after that, and finally, you would have an action sentence. This is where you have, it's called your CTA, which is your call to action, and you tell the reader what to do next. You drive the process. So quite often, the call to action for lawyers is going to be to have a consultation, to have a meeting. So this could be in person, it could be a 30-minute meeting on Teams, but you can have other calls to action. It could be to send you a contract, it could be to introduce somebody, but whatever it is, you never finish your legal correspondence with a client by saying something vacuous and empty, like, "Feel free to contact me at any time. If you have any questions, please reach me." That's kind of obvious. No, you want to have a lawyer-driven relationship. You tell the reader, you tell the client what to do next. Awareness, interest, desire, action. So it's nice and concise. The best sales writing is short sales writing. So this literally could fit on a postcard. And then at the bottom, you have best regards and your name. And that's it. That's your AIDA pitch. Legal writing or informational writing usually doesn't drive the relationship or the process with the client, because we might make the client aware and we stop. Or maybe we make them aware and a little bit interested, and then we stop. So the difference with the sales writing, with the AIDA pitch, is that we take it those 2 steps further. Absolutely critically, you have something to offer, and also absolutely critically, you have your call to action and you tell them what to do next. So the other and the final main mistake to avoid here is to have fluffy writing. Whatever the first version of your AIDA pitch is, in regardless of the language, it's going to be too fluffy, like a Persian cat. So you need to then edit it and make it as concise as possible. And then I think you will find that a good number of the recipients of your AIDA pitch will actually take your advice. Lastly, as a footnote, AIDA can also be used for an entire article. In this case, you would have a single page, you would have a paragraph about awareness, a paragraph about interest, a paragraph about desire, and a paragraph about action. So that would be much more effective, to be honest, than these awful, dreadful spam newsletters that lots of law firms send out, in which are generally never read and just trashed. Replace your newsletter with personalized AIDA emails, or if you want to do an article, do a sales writing article, again using AIDA, in order to get meetings with current, ex, and new clients. And then you'll find that you're going to make some nice mandates. You're going to get some revenue, make some money. So I hope that will be useful for you. If you like, try making one. Drop me an email. I think I have my contacts here, jjmcveigh@nicodonia.com. And I'm quite happy to give you a little bit of free feedback. It takes me just a few minutes to answer an email. And I'll tell you if it's good, what I think, and your next course of action. So that's an optional homework for you. Thank you very much.